Hello, my name is Chevalier, and welcome back to another episode of Colombian Space Initiative. It's Peru Ultimate, and in previous episode we saw quite hefty invasions in both Mexico and Japan by USA and China, respectively. And at the end of the episode we start looking for some tech to buy, and I've decided to buy a tech from UK, just waiting for them to accept that. It's the modern prop aircraft design. There we go, we got that one. I'm not entirely sure if that unlocked any new research. Probably not. I mean, not new unit designs, rather. Probably some new research, though. Or maybe not. Maybe not. But we are going to get the composite soon. How much did the... Oh, right, yeah. That's going to be costly. I'll still let the money accumulate a little bit, because we know that we're going to be using plenty in the near future. We'll probably send you... Did we already send one down here, though? No. Okay, so we'll send you down there. And this group is almost completed. Oh, it is actually completed, is it? Oh, there's an artillery piece, right. Okay, so we got the new infantry types, so let's actually build some of those. I know that they're not all that great, to be fair, but they do got a decent bit of close quarters combat. Like, it's almost comparable to the Elite Guard. A bit higher damage on tanks or hard targets or hard units, but I think the biggest problem is the fortification attack is much smaller for them than it is for Elite Guards. So Elite Guards are still basically the best thing that you can, or at least we can right now, build to attack cities. We'll build a group of 5 of those at least, and maybe we'll add in a couple of tanks there again. But yeah, those troops are moving. Or should be moving. Send you down hereabouts. Research breakthrough, high performance composites. Right, so the infrastructure is actually going to be the next one in the research queue. Okay, that's going to get costly. Yeah, 20 million. I don't think we can afford spending quite that much, but I think 20 million in total, maybe. I'll have a look. Might still be too much, but we got a bit of a buffer at least. Yeah, still losing some money, but how long? Well, the Wasp is going to take quite a bit, so we actually have to keep this up for a while. Oh no, we're actually making money still. We'll probably just sold some rare amount of goods there. Well, actually, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, no, we are actually still making money. Okay, then, well, we'll keep it at this. So the Wasp is going to take a while to be completed. We still have a lot of unit designs, to be fair. Other than ground units. I mean, we don't even have any missile designs. We're still winning the election handily, by the looks of it. So how's Japan going on? Oh, wow. Oh, right. They captured the entire island. I mean, technically I believe Hokkaido is the northern island there. So that is still held by the Japanese, but how long is that going to last? I don't know. And down to 2.2 or 2.3 million population there. Treasury is quite a bit negative. China doesn't like us all that much anymore. I wonder why. Right, so I did sell a little bit to Brazil. I think I can sell that one as well, and maybe you'd like something from here? Well, with 30 million, it's still better than nothing. Yeah, no, we got the money from those. Okay, so we've got 2 sets of... Maybe we don't need 2 sets in here. I'm just going to send one down there. Did I accidentally send 2 crews here? I don't think I did. One over there. None on this side. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, that does make sense. We have 2 down. No, do we have 2 down here? No, only 1. Okay, so I misplaced one of them. Oh no, we had 1 there. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. Right, so you can go back down there. For the time being, anyway. So we've got a 1 billion. Ecuador still hasn't declared war on us. They may, but they probably won't. If they don't declare war on us by 1960, then I'll increase the volatility of the world a little bit higher so that they might be inclined to declare it. And if they do, at that point I'll lower it down again to medium. But Mexico has still not been defeated, nor has Japan. There's a war of attrition now. They're still definitely losing the war. But, you know, at least they're doing something. Although that something is not all that much. So we're still making money, actually. How much is the cost of that? That is almost 1 billion. Ooh. I'll send these to capital anyway. I will let the money accumulate a little bit since we are still making the money. You know, we might as well start building the next research lab, although we're going to need a lot more than what we have right now to actually complete that. I wonder if there's any other techs that we could sell. I'm pretty sure that China doesn't want anything from us. They don't actually like us all that much anymore. And what about Italy? Well, Italy doesn't have any money. France has a lot of it money. I suppose I could try to sell that to you. 70 million is better than nothing. Can't sell anything to Brazil. Peru has a little bit money here. 80 shell improvements might be something that... Come on. I wanted to pay a few million. Oh, France actually rejected that. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, well, at least Peru accepted that. Does Venezuela have got a little bit of money, I suppose? It's tank tech. 20 million. I'm trying to get up just enough cash that I can start... Oh, actually... Oh, no, Canada doesn't want anything from us. Well, consumer goods is something that they do want, but no techs, unfortunately. What about... Germany's down to 0 in... Well, almost 0 in cash. They got quite a few things that we could buy, but at the same time, they don't want to buy anything from us. They hate us. What about Ottomans are rather poor, Romania is rather poor, so is Austria-Hungary. Come down to the election, we're still winning by about 7.2%. That's a pretty decent margin there. Oh wow, British India has a lot of money. If only they were independent. Well, there is a nation that could do something about that, and that is Germany. Although... Oh wow, there's missile truck from Ottoman Empire there in Antwerp. Alright then, that's a bit unexpected, but I'll allow it. Right, so how about we do have enough money to at least start the building. So we'll have 4 research labs to gain capital. If we lose the capital, we'll be dead anyway, so should be fairly, you know, safe there. We'll also build a bit more around here if need be, but probably doesn't need to. Okay, so we actually not losing all that much money in constructing this. I mean, it is an expensive building, but at the same time it takes so long time to build that we're actually just barely, but we are still making money. That's rather interesting. But yeah, we still need to wait for a long while to get those research. I'm going to increase the funding a little bit, so we're currently at 66%. Increase it to 70%. Okay, yeah, that is 70. So that's at least going to make things a little bit faster. It's not a massive difference there, and we're now losing a tiny bit of money, but we got such a reserve of cash that we can keep that going for the time being. So is USA, well, they're still haven't managed to get past this one. They're probably trying to repair a lot of the troops, and I reckon they've lost a lot of troops, quite frankly. If we have a look at this, United States, they've lost 846,000. Mexico has lost 570. Oh! The tables have flipped a little bit. Mexico has now killed more units than they've lost. There's not a massive difference there. And United States, consider that they killed quite a bit from Cuba. They're doing alright in the kill-death ratio still. But how long? It's a bit hard to tell. They seem to be doing okay right now. Right, so we're getting the foxhole infantry over here. They would be good against, or in I suppose, yeah, I should say that they'll be decent in jungles and all that sort of stuff, or in, like, close quarters well, yeah, close quarters combat, yes, but not fortifications like cities or anything like that. So I suppose that will be alright. I mean, ooh, still moving through here. So we got quite a bit of troops here. We got 15 elite guards plus another 5 over there. And we got mechanized infantry and tanks, 2 crews of artillery, and then we got some anti-aircraft guns and recon unit in here. So that should be enough to push through here, because if I remember correctly, they do not have military production at all in Ecuador. So their units are going to be rather limited in numbers. Can't say it's the same for Peru. Peru is actually surprisingly strong. Offering timber, you know what, I'll take that. We don't have a lot of timber right now. We could always have a bit of a reserve. I mean, we've been losing the reserve slowly but surely. Or using, not losing. Small difference. Right, so USA has basically abandoned Cuba. I have a feeling that there's going to be... Oh, there's some Marines and Green Berets there. Ooh. Yeah, we are winning the election. You are requesting a bit more than it's... Okay, I'd like to keep... Actually, that reminds me, does Australia have any... Oh, that's probably too much for them. But something that they could maybe afford? You don't want the large submarine designs. What that one? Okay, 22 million, it's better than nothing. Except they rejected that. Alright then. Oh, there's a village down there. But there is no port in there, so that's... interesting place to have units. I wonder when the Chinese will do their next move and do a landing in Hokkaido. It's probably going to take a while. Hey, elections have started. Okay, so we... yeah, we got a pretty good margin there. That's an easy election victory. How much longer do we need to wait for the research lab? That's still taking a long while. Still losing a bit of money in the research. I mean, technically we could cut down the expenditure elsewhere. Okay, the difference between taxation and social spending is now actually rather significant. 6 million. Could lower the infrastructure funding, but at the same time, infrastructure is rather important, keeping the money coming in, so I'd rather not do that. I'd rather not do that right now. Oh, we're buying petroleum from Mexico, okay. That's probably costing us a fair bit. Oh, and the USA is now right next to Guatemala. I have a feeling that they will capture that. Oh, it's a doom stack of artillery again. There's basically no units that can actually capture it. But whatever they find in here is gonna get... well, beaten back quite a bit. Like, for example, that... oh, that's a supply truck even. Oh. Okay, well, there's the garrisons now getting beaten. Can't really do all that much. I mean, they can push back some of the artillery, maybe. There's also some Canadian artillery in there. And is that going to be the end of it? Oh, it ran out of supplies. Oh, poor Lee. Yeah, they've basically run out of units that can do... okay, now there's another Lee coming in. Maybe they can now capture the... oh, well, You got all the way there. Okay, now you capture it. How's the support for... military support in Mexico is actually still pretty high. Domestic, not so much. But they might still keep going in the battle. Okay, well, they lost all of that, so I'm guessing the capital is somewhere around... Oh, that's a bit dangerous location. You know what, Brazil? I don't know. I don't need that much petroleum. Still got reserve of 7 million, and I'm basically still producing as much as I'm consuming. So yeah, no. Although there's not a lot of places in our country. Well, actually, there might still be some in the south here that we could utilize. But most of the places for oil in the north we've already started utilizing. Actually, this might not be a terrible place. Working on that. I'm taking to move these to help construction both at the same time. I wonder if that is a good place for timber as well. Nope. Okay, we can probably easier see it from here. Not agriculture. Of course, not rubber, not timber. Petroleum, yes. Coal, no. We could get some metal ore from there as well. No uranium, no electricity, and barely any population. There's actually 0 population in most of these. Alright then. What about there's also 0 over there, okay. It tends to kind of go that way, that all the population concentrated in cities and there's nothing in the... Like, you usually start with some population in pretty much every hex, but after a while they just move into the cities. Right, well, we got at least the industrial complex there. The rest of that is still going to take some time and money. Actually losing the money rather quickly right now. We're still buying oil from Mexico. But we don't really need to. I just thought they also accept. Because we don't need the fuel right now. We're going to be expanding our fuel production anyway. Or oil. Petroleum. One of the above. Right, anyway. So we're constructing that. The research lab is still over 120 days of working. Or construction to have it completed because we got the engineers helping. And the WASP is still over 3 months away. We're not on full speed on the research. We technically speed that up a little bit. No. I realise that you are desperate for money, but... And petroleum is pretty much the only thing that you are producing. I'm not going to pay extra price for that. Sorry, but it's just... we need the money. So have they started taking out this area now? Kind of. Have not started attacking the new capital yet. I mean, they've got a few units around here. They got quite a bit of units down here, but I have a feeling, considering that they lost 900 units in this war already, the USA that is, I don't think they'll be able... Well, they might still have a pretty high production of units, and they've got a massive fleet, that's for sure. But yeah, in terms of ground units, they might not be quite that strong right now. So how is China doing in Japan? Nothing new over there by the looks of it. Not done a landing in Taiwan either. How about... Well, Germany is still pushing a little bit into Afghanistan, but it's not going all that strong. Oh, they're taking the Iranian capital. So they now got the capital in Siberia. Alright then. That is a long war. How long? It's got a population of 27 million. Approval rating is a bit low. Military approval rating is still pretty high for Iran though, so I suppose they can keep that going. It's basically draining the German monies quite nicely. Which I don't mind. There's a lot of Italian troops down here as well. Now I wonder if there's going to be a war between, say... Oh, UK is offering some agriculture. That's a lot of agriculture though. That's 100 million. I can't afford paying that though. Sure, I can probably afford that though. But yeah. Agriculture for 100 million is a bit too much, you know. Also, unemployment, 3.5%, that is actually a bit low. Right, but the petroleum production is now on the positive again. That should be alright. We are actually making pretty decent money again. I'll probably move these on top of the research labs once more. How are we doing in terms of coal? Coal is doing fine. Metal ore, the production cost is still pretty massive. Let's go at 4%, or 100% capacity there. I believe we still got some, yeah, we've got quite a few actually that we could turn on. Presumably down there, yeah, there's 2 down there, and I believe there was another one somewhere down there that we have not turned on yet. Let's have a look at the... Okay, so the United States has lost 880,000 men. They've now killed a bit more again. So Mexico is... Well, they've got a bit of a kill to death ratio there, but yeah, no. That's been a bloody war. Actually, can I... Well, the United States still has a military of 4.5 million, so it's not all that small. Japan is losing some troops, so I believe the Chinese are now doing a landing. No? I'm not sure what is happening. Oh, they're destroying the pockets down here. Okay, that makes sense. That actually makes sense why they had the military access through Iran. Okay, so that is where all the Chinese units are. Well, on the bright side, the expenditure for Japan is going down, at least the military expenditure. Now, there is a South Dakota class battleship right outside here. I'm a bit concerned about that, to be fair. Now then, let's have a look down here. So they've started going north from Guatemala. So there's a little bit on the peninsula still here, and still this oil pocket over there, or petroleum pocket over there. Is there... They did manage to get a research modern helicopter prototype. Not too bad, I suppose. On the other hand, since we are getting money, is there... Basic helicopter, how much would I have to pay? 400 million, I'll do that. You still got a lot of money, so... You should be able to buy a lot of counter-offer. Okay, I'll pay the extra 3 million. Of course, that money is going to go directly into United States pockets after this war. Well, not directly, but a lot of it is going to go in their pockets. Now, are you actually going to try to... No, just passing by. There's pockets over here. I mean, they are being reinforced rather quickly. There is some units down here. A lot of anti-aircraft guns. I was just wondering, if my troops had been helping there in Mexico, would they been able, especially somewhere around here, would they been able to make enough of a difference to prevent the breakthrough to get to Guatemala? Probably not. Well, I would have been able to kill quite a few enemies, no doubt, but I don't think it would have been enough to actually stop them. There were quite a few units, not to mention the massive artillery. Oh, petroleum. Sure. I'll take that. I mean, still got a pretty decent stockpile of agriculture, but hey, if we can trade that for oil, fine by me. Now, we are a bit low on cash, because we did buy the tech. On the other hand, we are making pretty good profit here. Actually, really good profit. Has the military goods price gone up again? Yeah, it has. Well, that would explain for most of it. Of course, the production cost has gone up a little bit again. There are some Green Berets down there, and there's some Canadian tanks over here. And some supply trucks over there. Probably try to rescue them. And that patrol or escort ship took a bit of a beating there. Right, so how goes the Chinese front here? There's still a few pockets of units down there, and maybe down here and there. They're kind of running out of supplies themselves, so That's a bit of a problem for them, I suppose. What about Germany down here? Still haven't made their way all the way to Kabul. There's a few towns over here that they kind of skirt it around. Is that... That's Iranian town, okay. So yeah, they haven't actually gone all that far in. They're just trying to push through and then go around the towns, run out of supplies, and that's about it. Like, that war is... how much does... Okay, Afghanistan has a little bit of money, but not enough to buy anything from me. I reckon. Oh! There's Chinese units fighting Germany. Panther down there, and yeah, they were trying to move through here probably, and now they can't get back. There's actually a light infantry in there. However, I do believe we are out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.